All right, everybody.
Are we clapping?
We should. We didn't have an intro back when you were here the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So now we do. We clap and then the intro for the show comes out in post production. You know, the magic of edition.
Magic.
And all of that.
Vale, muy bien.
So you up for doing this with us?
No, but I watch you. That's it.
I got you.
Right.
Let's go.
One, two, three. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Latiniced, the show where we are trying to figure out whether we are getting Icelandified or we are Latinized in Iceland. I'm Dan.
I'm Mo.
And
Raven.
Yeah. We have Raven again in for the second time.
Yeah, I think the budget is going lower and lower. They got me back.
Nobody wanted to show up, so we just...
Nobody else was available.
Yeah.
You've been trying to bully him since we got here.
Mm-hmm.
I see you.
I mean, it has like a paid forward kind of thing. Like you bully me every time, then I have to bully like somebody else.
Oh, it's true.
So it's
I will say try.
So it's ultimately my fault.
It's the second or the fourth time that he just like gaslight you into it.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like
Thank you.
Everything that happens somehow is your
My
fault.
fault now.
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah.
And I have to point out, sorry, before you continue. Sorry, I have to point out you're still wearing your shoes in my house, in my carpet.
I'm gonna take this time to publicly apologize to Raven because I didn't ask whether I could take my shoes off, and now we're here at this point of no return where I keep wearing my shoes in his house.
Point of no return?
The damage is done.
Yeah, the damage is already done. I just hope one day he can forgive me and we can move on from this.
You don't have to apologize. Don't be sorry. Just be better.
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Surviving, working, booked and blessed. And thankfully things are just getting busier and busier. And I would like to say better and better, but I don't want to jinx it. So, booked and blessed.
Yeah.
Booked and blessed.
Nice.
Yeah. What about yourself?
Yeah.
Thank you for having us in your home, by the way.
Yeah. We are at Raven's house. Last time we were at my house when you came you came over and we recorded an episode.
Mauricio was off town.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
¿Qué lo que, amigo?
¿Qué lo que? My recent news is that I got approached to start in a movie.
What?
Yes.
This friend of mine that has made a couple of movies already, he wrote a script with the main character being a Dominican guy that's been living in Iceland for 8 years.
All right.
Well, so you.
Typecast.
Yeah.
So you.
Yeah. But it's a horror comedy. He sent me the script. I read it. I thought it was pretty amazing. And he wants me to do it. He's trying to get other actors for it to start in August.
Oh, wow.
So I might be acting in a movie.
Cool.
Yeah.
That actually is pretty cool.
Yeah, that is really cool.
I think so.
Any acting background?
Not serious. I've done like a couple of commercials here, and I've got booked for extra work and stuff like that in small roles and stuff, but no real acting. I'm not an actor. It's more stuff that I've said yes to because I do comedy and I feel like I have to say yes to it.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Michael, okay. I got news that I got into a teaching program in the fall. Like I'm gonna do a teaching diploma, like in Spanish you call that a diplomado.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know how you call that in an extra diploma to take what I already have from early childhood education up to high school education, so I can.
So you can teach Spanish in a higher level.
I'm already teaching Spanish at high school, but I'm getting paid as a teacher, but not as a teacher in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So with this diploma, I will
get a pay grade.
Yeah.
A pay raise.
Pay raise, because I will be then a high school teacher.
And it's
so I'm already a licensed teacher, but with this diploma, it just pumps it up to high school.
Are you doing it in Hawaii?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. Very cool.
Does it take a year or?
Yeah, it takes a year. It takes 2 semesters. So it's gonna be tight with time. But I don't know.
We like it tight.
Yeah. If I'm busy, I do more things. Because I know that I have to be strict with my deadlines.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I do this and I do the other thing. So that when I have too much time in my hands, I just spend it by doing nothing or not playing video games, like Mauricio would probably point out at one point.
Well, I'm not one to talk.
Yeah.
Just saying.
You don't play either?
No, clearly I don't.
But you have a kid. You have a kid.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah.
We're both. No, but like, well, this is just my connection. He has his own.
No, but what I mean is like, it's fine for you not to have time to play or mind to play. You have a kid. What excuse does this motherfucker have? Because he's making la vaca, la misma vaca. That's what he's doing with his time instead of playing video games.
I was actually, can I make a request and ask
Okay.
you to stop doing that? The first time I saw it, I was like, okay, that is kind of funny.
That's what I said, and then he kept going.
And it's not
And he
funny.
kept going.
Again, people are asking in the comments. I
People.
have to give people what they want.
Your mom doesn't count.
Not my mom.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, I think the next one is going to be El Gato Volador.
I can say that.
I knew it. No, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Just when I saw that you find another way to annoy people, and I was like, oh, the next one, like, just...
You want to hear it?
No.
Kotorin.
Nej. Fluade kotorin. Fluade kotorin.
I knew it. Like,
He was gonna die if he didn't have. If he didn't let that one out, he was gonna die. I could see him fucking shaking.
I had it in the barrel already.
You want to hear it? No. You want to hear it? No.
No. Do you want to hear it?
You want to hear it? Like you said it. You said it because you want to hear it.
By the way, that's Rufus. It's a cat.
El gato volador.
El gato volador. Ya se fue.
Yeah.
It's not a snake. It's not a defrosted chicken. It's not a ball sack.
It's not a ball sack.
It's a
no.
cat.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing that. So probably I'm not gonna be translating songs in the future because I'm gonna be studying.
You're okay, Raven.
Yeah.
¿Qué no empezamos con el mío? Mi que lo que. So life is hilarious. I took a break from what I usually do for a living, which is like working in venues, working in bars, organizing events. I took a hiatus for it for a while. Long story short, I didn't start the 2024 the best way. Like let's just put it that way. My life just went like this, bloop, and I was like, oh, okay, I need to do something different. And I got the most random job that I was pleasantly surprised that somebody called me for something completely unrelated to what I do, and I just took it because it's like I asked for a change and the universe provided, and I took that job, and yeah, I liked it. People are nice, completely different environment, and I stayed there for a while. But then, thankfully, like a venue that I love and adore, couldn't contact me, and they're like, "Hey, we need somebody to run this place." And right now, that's what I've been doing. I've been like transitioning because I still work in that other place, but I'm just like smoothly passing over. Yeah.
Like on your leave or something.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna finish. June is my last month with the other company, and I start like full time in house at Goikurin. Pride is around the corner, and now it's like twice as more work for me, because I am planning Pride for my side for Morningstar and Apocalyptic. But now that I'm taking over Goikurin, also have to organize it from there. So I might,
Breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, yay.
Yay to being busy.
That's so typical, bro.
Yeah. Basically, what we do as immigrants, basically, uno resuelve. One always has to try to like thrive and like try to push forward and like goes a little bit like up and up and up. It's constant. It's a constant like roller coaster. Like when it goes like up, and then you never know when is it gonna end. Sometimes like
Like
it's like
nosedive.
Yeah, so it takes a nosedive, but then we always find a way to like make it back up, because basically that's our only choice, because we don't have any other choice, and it's, I don't know, it's a 3 successful immigrants as queer people here. Remember back when on your first episode clip that I got, like Like, yeah, I'm the queer part of Latiniced, Mauricio's the straight part of Latiniced. And you're like, that's what she thinks.
That's what she said.
I remember that. I remember that.
So I'm still trying to let her think.
It's fine. I always say like, because the only joke that I like, let's say, against is not the word I'm looking for. The only joke in expense of straight people is like when something is going weird or wrong, and like somebody's like, are the straights okay? I love that saying, but like just in general, no, like I have nothing against straight people. Like, I mean, I came from two of them, so
Yeah.
or so I think.
That's how. Yeah.
Maybe.
Two.
So I think.
Maybe.
At least one.
Yeah,
At least, but who knows?
or maybe neither.
Maybe
Maybe
neither.
neither. Like en esos tiempos, you never know.
Especially.
Exactly.
Back then, you never know. But like, whatever.
Mhm.
We're not here to talk about how you were conceived,
Mm.
because that was probably part of some
Ritual.
shady ritual. Yeah.
Probably knows.
Yeah, it's back in the
1800s.
Yeah, 1800s. Some sacrifice was involved. So I don't know.
Witch hunt.
We don't have to go that far back.
No.
We don't have that much time or battery in the phone.
Yet you keep talking about it.
Yeah, I know. Right? So you're gonna be doing Pride and stuff, and how do you think it's gonna be doing Pride stuff in your queer spaces that you're hosting? But also, you're kind of doing it for a company also as well.
Yes.
So you are gonna be part of that, corporate pride. Let's call it.
Yeah.
Like how are you, like, how do you plan to marry those two things together, or like balance all that out?
To be honest, it's not that hard to marry them together, because since it is Pride Month, when in August, I barely have to move a muscle, because that's when all companies all of a sudden they decided they're like super queer friendly.
Hi, guys.
Everybody out of no like that. That's exactly what happens. As soon as
So
They
that-
come out of the
yeah,
bushes.
they come
Hey!
31st of July,
Mm-hmm.
1st of August.
Like, just like that. So logistically speaking, like as somebody who runs events or venues, is the easiest time. If you just send them an email, it's like, hey, by the way, like we are this thing from this let's say if I'm trying to get a sponsorship for my show and it's April, they're never gonna even answer my email. Not even not right now, or that's the most common thing that happens. Sometimes they can answer, they can maybe like do a little back and forth, and they're like, no, thank you. Sometimes they say like, yeah, we support, what do you need, how can we do this? When Pride is approaching, I don't even have to move a muscle. Just my email.
They come to you.
The email just go like spam,
They
spam,
come to
spam,
you.
spam,
Yeah.
spam,
Yeah.
spam. And I think at this point, I want to say that I'm getting privileged enough to pick and choose.
That's nice.
To pick and choose, which is a good thing and it's a bad thing, because it's like, I know what you guys are doing. Like I know, like, Pride is around the corner. I get you. You want the coin. You want to look.
You want the stamp.
You want the stamp of approval from the people who are
Yeah.
supporting it.
Yeah.
Fine. Like, you want to do that? Great. Just give me your coin.
Yeah.
It's called pinkwashing. It's fine.
Yeah. But that sometimes can be a little bit like uncomfortable, like, because it's like, yeah, I mean, I'm getting this coin, but because I know what's like, I mean, it's still a transaction at the end of the day. Like, like if you would be getting this coin in April, it would have been also a transaction. But now there's this like, subtext of like Pride attached to it.
Yeah, it's the subtext.
Like Christmas.
Like,
Or
exactly.
Valentine's Day
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah.
So that's why, exactly because of that, it doesn't really bother me. Because it's like, it's another season. It's like Mauricio is saying, it's Christmas or Valentine's Day, or like doing fucking when is it? I forgot. When everybody all of a sudden is Irish.
St. Patrick's.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Like, that for me makes absolutely not sense at all. How is it all of a sudden everybody's like St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah.
Yeah, but those seasons, I mean, those times of the year, I mean, are like commercialized and all of that. But it's just making like the like, oh, everybody's gay in August. Like, it's like I think it takes kind of like the importance of Pride.
Well, I would tell you, to be fair, to give my perspective as a non-queer person, like you said, but I consider myself an ally. My first time at Pride here was quite overwhelming. Like, it was, I mean, I loved it because I come from a country where at the time that I moved here, I still have friends that I knew were gay, but were in the closet. And then I moved to Iceland 16th of August or something like that. And I don't know if I went to Pride that year or the next, but the Pride in my first Pride, when I saw that in Iceland it was like a family event, and you saw kids on parents' shoulders, and like everybody was downtown, and it was like a huge thing. Like I thought it was beautiful. So, regardless of, let's say, the corporate part of it, I think that it is a fact that Iceland, for that week, Pride is Pride.
Pride is I agree with you, and I also understand when some people, especially people who are not necessarily queer, but like in the queer community, like but people who are like dived in, they're like constantly very loud and verbal about queer rights and representation and these things. I understand when they have a problem with like all of a sudden everybody wants to be pride. I get it. I actually understand. That's why I saying I don't have a problem because I know who is supporting me and I know who is supporting other companies. So for instance, like I said, I'm in the privileged point right now where I can pick and choose. So if I go through my emails and I see that there's just for name a company, which is not true, but like just to make an example, like N1, the gas station, for those who don't know. Let's say if I get an email from N1, I'll be like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean? I mean, I'm assuming they're going to give me a lot of money because what do you mean? But then I will see if it's in the same inbox, then I will see other brands like Motus, who they support Pride since before I even came to Iceland, and I know that for a fact. Or like Flair Studios, who also happens to be immigrant-owned, like nail and hair salon. They have supported Pride events with me and with other people every time they can. So I pick and choose. So when it comes to this, like I go with them first.
Yeah.
Because I know they are true allies. I know this is just to name a few. I might be skipping a lot of people, but just to name a few, obviously I will go with them first. And then for whatever reason, if I happen to have another event that is maybe a little bit larger, then I'll be like, oh, okay, N1, let's talk.
The other side is that, like, my main issue with Iceland, I think it's one of my main issues with Iceland, one of my biggest issues with Iceland, is that they think they're progressive because they're very into pride and all these things, and they're very, let's say, quote unquote, woke. But when it comes to race, in other countries and other cultures, I think that they're one of the most ignorant people I've ever met in my life. And they masquerade it all by saying, oh no, we're progressive. We have a week of Pride in August, and it's amazing. And we have a Rainbow Road and Skålaverðstígur, so we're good to everyone. And I don't think that's the case.
I also agree with you, but like maybe my angle is that I think it's like very hypocritical of them. But it's fine because I came to know that that's the thing here, that to be very hypocritical, or just it's okay to go with your people. I get it. Like if you want to go with your people and you want to pretend something, that's fine. Just accept the fact that you're being a hypocrite, and that's why some corporations they do that, and I'm like, I respect you more being like shamelessly a hypocrite.
Like owning it.
Yeah, own the fact that you don't give a shit. Own the fact that you're doing it on purpose. You're doing Halloween and Halloween. You're doing Christmas and Christmas. You're doing Pride and Pride because that's where the coin is. That's why I don't have a problem.
Yeah.
And it's like you said. I also think it's like a very rooted in the Icelandic way of being, like just by interacting with most of them, have experiences. But that's okay. Like I will not come to somebody's house and judge their house. This is their house.
That's true.
And as somebody who
See, I haven't said anything.
Yeah, I've had to put the sword down and just accept it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, no, that's very true, and this is something that's the right way to put it. You just accept it,
Yeah.
because this is not you, whether you like it or not. We are guests,
Yeah.
and we can be nationalized. We can get our passport. We can have a degree of Icelandic, but we will never.
We'll always be
be
reminded somehow
Yeah,
that hey, you're not from
Very,
here.
very clearly, not somehow.
not somehow.
Very clearly. you will be
Sometimes very
reminded.
subtly, sometimes very out there that you're not from here. To gather like all the things that you have been said, it's like I understand where you're coming from, because I think since Iceland being so small as a country, uh, it's used to being very like this is like kind of like my tribe kind of deal. So it's okay to be queer if you are part of the like if you are somebody's cousin, if you are somebody's brother or sister or something like that, because you are in the same like family, and like where are you gonna go? Like it's not like the concept of like disowning people, though it has happened, it's not as common here. And some people here who are queer and Icelandic grow up with like they don't grow up with the same level of fear of discrimination or fear of being othered just because they're Icelandic.
I also understand your point, and you are right, but I kind of disagree on
So
that
you
one.
disagree with?
We cannot assume other people's experiences, and yes, apples and oranges. I get it. Like I always find it funny when because I work in bars in the night industry, and I always find it hilarious whenever I run into like some guy from Kopovo that he just thinks is very gangsta. It's like, go to the neighborhood where I grew up. You're not gonna last.
You grew up in Nivilabegur,
Like
Jormundur, like shut up.
Nipilo.
However, there are things that are rough here. There are things that that they have their own roughness.
Yeah.
So, I have a story connected to that. When I moved here, for my first Christmas, my ex-wife wanted to do something nice and collect some money or food from her friends and people around her to buy Christmas dinner for 3 or 4 families.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So she collected money from everybody and she went and bought stuff, and she made 3 bags of IKEA big ones with a bunch of stuff for Christmas dinner.
Okay.
Very nice thing. And I thought, all right, that's very nice. That's very nice of you. All good. The first person came to pick up the IKEA bag in a Honda Jeep. And I don't know if the 2 people that are listening are going to connect with this, but I know that you guys are from Venezuela and Mexico. So somebody, you're not used to, at least somebody that needs Christmas dinner to come in a Honda Jeep to pick up their bag. And I was here months at that point. So I literally almost had a meltdown. Like, what are we getting punked?
Yeah, why do they need this?
Like, what is this? What's going on? Like, I come from a place where people actually don't.
You're getting very heated up just thinking about it.
Bro. But then we went to deliver another one of the bags to one lady that had an apartment that was nicer than our apartment. And when I walked in, hold up. I walked in, and for the first 30 seconds, I was just like, all right, what the hell is this bullshit? And then I realized she started talking to my ex-wife, and then my ex-wife translated everything to me that her husband had died a month before, and she was left alone with a baby that was like 6 months old or whatever.
Okay. That's what I was saying.
Going back to what you were saying, that's when I had the realization of like, not only this woman, but the people that came in the Honda, you don't know what their problems are.
Maybe that one is like broken as fuck.
Yeah, you don't know what their problems are. Like, poverty here looks very different than poverty in Dominican Republic, but poverty here exists as well.
Yeah, 100%.
And I went through it myself because I was making minimum wage, and I literally called the government going like, yo, I need help. Like, this doesn't add up.
Yeah. And that's okay. I also was having this conversation 2 days ago on Friday with a friend of mine. We were in the backstage of this place, and he was getting very emotional because he just like opened up. It was a really beautiful performance that he gave, and he wanted to talk more about sexual assault, and he wanted my opinion about he approaching this to other people, but more like you don't know kind of thing. And I said, no. Because you never know who you're talking to.
Yeah.
You never know what the person next to you has gone through. And now you want to talk about it, and now it's bubbling, and it's like a volcano.
Yeah.
You don't know the person that you want to go and said, you don't know what I've been through. You don't know what that person has been through.
Yeah. Also, my point came from the fact that, I mean, the problems here are very different, and we know that inequality still exists, but it shows differently. But for us, for example, like the topic of coming out, of being queer, or something like that, like it's lessened by the fact that, okay, like this is my my cousin, like my son, my daughter, like, and it's such a very like tight knit community, like it's not possible to not I'm not gonna say it's not possible, but it's not such an option of like isolating someone because of that. People get isolated here for other reasons, like for other reasons, like for example mental health, like people here are like very quickly to like filter out people that have mental health problems. But when it comes to queerness and all of that, not so much. To the point, like where I was wanted to go with this is that, for example, I dated someone before I dated El Chamito. Say like, yeah, a gay person from like the countryside. Sometimes when they were talking, for example, they were dating an immigrant, but they were talking about like the immigrants in front of an immigrant. Like, do you not hear what you're saying? Like, do you not understand like the way you face some like discrimination or like ridicule, like now in your position of like accepted gay adult, you are discriminating others. So like it's my point is basically like it's sometimes it's difficult for them to transfer the fact that you were probably bullied or discriminated when you were young because you're queer, but now when you're an adult and you're accepted in this society, you like take now the turn to like this other
display bigotry against other people.
And it could be trans people, it could be immigrants, it could be poor people, etc., and that's something that's
lesbians. I'm sorry. It's just that
are we discriminating lesbians?
it's just that
They're gonna come for you.
Lesbians.
No. I'm defending the lesbians because I'm just saying I know a lot of queer people that
You don't
shit
fuck
talk
with lesbians.
that shit talk lesbians.
Oh yes,
That's what I mean.
Yes.
I had a look. Listen.
Mistake number one.
Listen,
You
this,
do not
this
fuck with
you're
lesbians.
talking about how they don't see this irony, bro. When I moved to Barcelona, I was sitting in the metro one day, and then all of a sudden, a guy crossed over from the station and just said, "Oh, that looks like Mauricio in Barcelona." And I walked out. It is Mauricio. Turned out it was a friend of mine, childhood friend of mine. We were together in kindergarten, and then in primary school, and then I changed schools. Haven't seen him in 20 years. He left the country years back because he was openly gay, and Dominican Republic was not a place to be at the time. And he went to Barcelona because he had a Spanish passport, thankfully, and he's just started living his life in Barcelona. Got in shape. He's like an Instagram model now.
It's like a super gay city, by the way.
It is.
Barcelona is like
it is.
gay.
Yeah. And it's got next to it. It's got the capital gay town, I think, in Europe. Sitges is right next.
Yeah.
But point is, he went to Barcelona because he was discriminated in the Dominican Republic for being gay, and he couldn't be openly gay. Right? When he met me, he didn't want to tell me he was gay. Like I didn't know or something. He was embarrassed.
Back in the Republic or
in Barcelona when we met. He didn't want to tell me he was gay when we met, even though it was obvious and I already knew. But we became very good friends after that. All good. And then a year after, I hung out with him all the time. And a year after, we're at a bar saying whatever, and we started talking. And all of a sudden, he said straight to my face that he does not believe in lesbians. That lesbians aren't a thing. That he doesn't really think they exist.
Or a concept.
That to him, there has to be a penis involved. And I sat there. I, who's not the queer one, I sat there pissed off, going like, do you not see how stupidly ironic this is right now. Like, you left your country because people don't think that you can be what you are, and now you're here telling me that you don't think lesbians exist.
Yeah, exactly. Same face.
I am
You see what I mean?
I don't.
Yeah.
Beautiful. The irony is beautiful, I think. That's why I yelled out lesbians as well.
Yeah.
No, I have something to
Lesbian.
say. No, because I thought. Anyways,
Great.
I wish I have something to add to that, but I'm stunned.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened. I was stunned myself. I was like, "You're kidding, right?" No, I'm not kidding.
It-
And maybe he was kidding and didn't break character at any point, but I was like, "You are kidding me, right?" No, I'm not. You need to have a dick. There has to be a dick involved. Everybody needs a dick.
There's more to sex than dicks.
That's true, though. That's
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah. You heard it here. Heard it here first. In my second year here, that's where I saw Pride. And I feel like slowly but surely, like more and more companies have gotten into the parade itself, which is also like, it was the thing that attracted me the most to Pride was like the fact that it was just people, community.
That's what it
like
felt
you
like
could
when
see,
yeah.
you could see others, you could be seen. It would be like it was nice. It was nice doing it. I like last year, no, 2 years ago. Me and Chamito walked the parade together, and it was kind of emotional because we were walking, we were holding hands, we walked the entire parade, and it was just like the first time, like, yeah, like we were being seen, we would see other people, so it was beautiful in my eyes. So having this thing, then doing this thing for yourself, and then having like in bonus, we like gay.
Don't be a hypocrite, basically. That's what you're trying to say.
So it'll be like tricky to you are like doing this thing where you're like showing yourself by
But
who
that's
you are.
capitalism, bro. That's what it is.
That's what we're talking about. Like pinkwashing. It's both good and bad. Because I mean, it is bad because people are taking advantage. Well, not people. Companies are taking advantage of the market.
Yeah.
Because it is a market. Everything that turns into a celebration turns into a market.
Yeah.
Therefore, I think that what Reykjavík Pride was doing a couple of years ago, I think they might be doing it again. Is that they didn't allow companies. They didn't allow advertisement. I think the only time I'm fully okay with pinkwashing is like what I was saying earlier, when a company has approached me and I have already selected the ones that I know that are always supporting, and then I know this other company that they have an extra coin.
Yeah.
That's when I think it's okay. It's like, okay, it's like, oh, you really want the reputation? Okay, now we can do it. But for Pride, like you were like for the parade, like you were saying, I think that's not okay. I think that's that's what I wrote the line.
Yeah.
Like that should not be allowed.
Yeah. So basically.
Yeah, it kind of gives it like a alternate reality vibe. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like watching these brands showing up. It's like where you live in The Sims or something. 1984.
And I think it's, if you want to do it, and you want to do it subtle, you should do it like Disney does it.
Do you know the movie Buzz Lightyear movie?
Never seen it.
But you know,
Yeah, I know.
Toy Story, and there's a
Oh, the kiss.
there's no kiss.
Well, there's not even. Yeah.
There's a lesbian couple, but there's no kiss.
Yeah.
But
Lesbians.
Lesbians. Representing
I'm
lesbians.
an ally.
That's why you're wearing the vest.
Girl.
Girl. No, now they're gonna come for me. Oh my
Listen.
God. Don't disclaim
My friend, Dominican friend, told me he has a kid. It's like at the time his kid was like 5, and he took him to see Buzz Lightyear, and there was a person employed by the cinema at the door, not only taking tickets but informing every single person, especially like if you have kids. I'm sorry, are you aware that there's a lesbian kiss in this movie? You should know if you want to walk in with your kid. In the cinema in Dominican Republic. This is what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago when the movie came out?
Something like that.
And my brother was my friend was like, "What is this fucking? What are we talking about? It's a Buzz Lightyear movie, bro. Get out of the goddamn way. Let me walk in." It was like, "God damn it."
But it's also like that. Oh, kids are gonna be like confused. I saw a bunch of telenovelas where people were like making out and like all of that. If anything, made me want men more. When you would see like, when you would see one of those like galanes de novela like with a full like hair chest, like, that's if anything.
And anything, yeah, that was the indoctrination. Right
Yeah,
there.
that was my awakening.
I always thought that it made no sense to grow up like hiding everything from you, because if you see it, you might jump into it. Like that's how I grew up in the '90s, at least in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
It's like you can't show this, because what if the kids see it? They're gonna want to do it. Like, well,
in Venezuela, if you were curious about like sexual stuff, like sexuality, not even to do it, but it's like, oh, what does this mean? Like you always get like, they say, cuidado con una verga. No, but like,
wow.
that was pretty direct.
Can you imagine saying that to your kid? Cuidado con una verga.
But not in like be careful.
Beware of the cocks, child.
This is the literal sense. This is like beware of dicks. Like you were met with a warning that, like, if you were like wondering about this thing, it's because you were probably it, and that you were like
when you say that you're queer, you always do this.
Yes.
What do you call that in Venezuela? This being like this. For us, it's partido.
Mano caída.
Partido. You don't say partido?
Mano caída.
Like a broken.
In Venezuela, there are several names. There's parchita.
No se dice partido tampoco.
Despartido,
No.
pato.
Pato se dice.
Pato, sí.
Pargo.
Y después están two of the most horrible words.
Yeah, you're not gonna say that.
Okay, I will.
Maricón?
You said it.
No, maricón is.
Joto.
No.
Puto.
But in the Dominican Republic, they say bugarrón.
Bugarrón.
Bugarrón to me is like the
Qué
F
feo
word.
Sounds like an insect.
It's like the F word to me.
Ah, suena feo,
Bugarrón es feo.
Sí.
Y hay una que es cundango. Y hay gente que dice que uno de los dos es el que recibe y el otro el que da.
Ah, okay. No, I have never
But
heard that.
I didn't grow up with the difference
In-
of being
No.
one or the other.
In Venezuela, it was like, parchita, pargo, pato, partillo. I grew up in Venezuela with like, the comedy in Venezuela. In Venezuela, there was like a show that was like modeled after Saturday Night Live, but Latin American, called Radio Rochela. That was one of those. Then in the other channel, there was another one that was called Bienvenidos.
Bienvenido.
Yeah.
Bienvenido.
So, Radio Rochela, for example, like came out with like a lot of characters, and there are several characters, like the image of like the hairdresser,
Oh, classic.
it was exploited in Radio Rochela in the 90s.
So, like super effeminate guy.
Yeah.
Probably with a shirt like flit like this.
Yeah.
With a I totally get it.
Yeah. There was another one that was like a guy like all dressed in like 70s clothes called Charlie Mata. That whenever he would laugh about something. It was also like double entendres. Like, it was like, but he's not, and he would do something. That's like the image of the gays. And then another one that was like sketches about like two vampires. One was a straight vampire, the other one was a queer vampire. And
watch that.
and there's like I'll tell you guys the word pargo. The queer vampire was called Pargula. But they would use.
My God.
Great writing.
Yeah,
writing.
Actually, to be honest, not even offended. That's actually funny.
They would use these names. Like I would get those names.
Then Pargo can't be
No, I would get those names like to like refer to me when I was growing up. Like, este es como que es Pargula. Then you grow up with this like stigma of like, you don't say the F slur, but then you say Pargula as a side note, it's a side track to make it like safe. And for a long time, I never thought, being queer had a space in comedy, other than to be exploited.
Other than being the joke.
Yeah, other than being the butt of the joke. And it wasn't until I was like full on adult, I can own the fact that I'm queer and I can use it as to make light of something else in comedy. But if you're straight and you're using it to like make yourself more known, that's It's a little bit of like, and all of these characters that were made in the 90s in Venezuela were all like straight people making fun and exploiting the gay image. Like,
I do agree that that's like the ugliest side of pinkwashing. Like when you're taking queerness and you're using it for benefit or for profit.
when you're not queer yourself.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's that exact example you're saying. That's the ugliest part of pinkwashing. When you're trying to show some representation and you do it so wrongly, and you benefit out of it. That I think that's why, because that's the oldest version of pinkwashing. To be honest, I think that has translated into what it is now, and people tiptoe around to not look like that anymore. But what is it that they're doing? They're just filling out their stores with rainbows. They're just filling out their social media with queer celebrities all of a sudden, and it's all because of this season.
But maybe let's not be like I said before. If we're not so cynical, the kids grow up watching Pride happen here, which is something I didn't have growing up, and I think I would have appreciated having it growing up.
Oh yeah, no,
because my first, I'm assuming for the same for you. My first experiences with just the word gay were just negative.
Yeah, totally.
It was just insults or cuidado, stuff like that. Like,
I mean, I think we all grew up in.
And my kids go to Pride and they get their rainbows and they and they go with their mom's gay couple and they like. I think.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Every time I have a
what I mean is
like
get
this,
your money. Yeah. Get your goddamn money.
Get your coin. You catch that coin.
Get that coin.
Get that coin.
Get that coin.
No, but yeah, just to connect, close out this like very serious part of the conversation. I do agree with you, and whenever I'm having like a semi-heated up conversation about this topic, especially with an Icelandic person, you don't know how privileged you are. I have said that a couple of times to a lot of people. I actually said it from that point of view. I said out of envy. I don't say it as like you don't know. I say it like I wish.
Yeah.
I wish I had.
Yeah.
And I don't wish that you experienced what I had experienced.
Yeah, totally.
And it's for me when I said you guys are way too privileged. It's more of like I wish I would have grown up like that, like you said.
It's never in a. I hope you sometimes get like famine.
No.
Like no, it's more like.
She's so biblical all of a sudden. La señora.
PTSD, el venezolano, el chamo. Tú puedes sacar al chavo de Venezuela, pero
nunca.
No puedes sacar a Venezuela del chamo. Dios mío.
Like I will never wish Chavez upon anybody. We have talking before like about pinkwashing and all of that, and you said like Disney does a really good job about that.
Yes.
We're gonna do like a little bit of a game here. We're gonna talk about some characters from the media, not necessarily Disney characters, right? But that some of them can be queer coded, some of them maybe not, or like these things like what do you think do you think they're queer or what queer identity would they have?
Is it to the two of us or just Mauricio?
All of us. We could warm up. Like think about like Disney princesses.
Okay, let's warm up.
What's your favorite Disney princess?
My favorite Scar.
Totally.
Definitely.
That's a great one, bro. I want that one.
She is the
queen.
My favorite is the one from Brave.
Merida.
Yeah, she's a gangster.
Yeah.
I don't think she's.
She's kind of queer. She was kind of queer coded.
She's kind of butch.
No, okay, maybe. I think she's just a tomboy. She's just She's not a girly girl.
It's like in the same style as Mulan, maybe.
Mulan was clearly not gay.
Mulan, yeah.
Because the whole movie was about her being in love with the.
It was to defend his father.
But they have this tension.
Yeah. No.
I mean, if anything, the general.
Oh, he's bisexual as fuck.
The general.
The guy that, let's get down to business.
I'm gonna make a man out of you.
I'm gonna make a man out of you.
Yeah,
it's like I'm gonna fist you up real good.
Okay.
Wow.
For example, Jafar.
Gay.
Gay as hell.
Gay.
Gay as hell.
Too super.
Gay as hell.
Queen.
Leather Queen.
Leather Queen. Fetish queen.
Yeah, he's into leather.
Yeah.
No, actually, never mind. I'm gonna stop talking because I was gonna almost read myself.
Oh.
Every time you see like a man that is kind of feminine and he's giving you witchy vibes, like he's into dark stuff and witchcraft, I was like, nah, never mind. I was just outing myself.
Bugs Bunny.
No, ally.
I think
I
the drag queen.
think he'd be an ally. Drag queen.
Oh, she's a drag queen for sure.
Bugs Bunny's a drag queen.
Yeah, he does all sorts.
He does a lot of drag, but I think it's ally. I don't.
Yeah, I would say ally too.
I mean, Ursula's a drag queen.
That's definitely a drag
Ursula's
queen.
a drag queen.
Ursula's dope.
Dope. Gangster. But a drag queen.
Dope.
Frodo and
No, Frodo and Sam,
And Sam.
for sure. For sure.
Frodo and Sam were
Sam wanted that dick
Wanted that
so bad.
whole
So
ring
bad.
thing.
and not necessarily the ring of power.
No,
Another
for
ring.
sure.
He wanted to put his
Mr.
finger somewhere
Frodo.
else.
Like Phil and Lil's mom
Is that
from
from
Rugrats.
Rugrats?
Yeah.
Rugrats, yeah.
The mom of the twins.
I don't know.
No, to be okay.
I can't.
So okay, there's a dynamic in that marriage.
Yeah.
Because Betty, first of all, she's very loud. She's very independent. She's very in your face. She doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
She wears
She is looking like a lesbian here with the blazer.
She wears that blazer that has like the
female
female
symbol.
yeah.
Her husband, it's skinny, wimpy, shy, scared, and he is a stay-home dad. But yeah, no, I think that's not. She's not giving. Oh,
Ooh. Nips,
oh my god, I'm so sorry. No, I don't think she's giving lesbian. I think that's more like a different statement of like
Powerful.
Powerful,
In
like
charge.
or more like the stereotypical relationship doesn't have to be stereotypical. I think.
But deep.
Mhm.
All right. Hades.
Oh, bisexual.
Yeah, for sure.
Bisexual.
For sure.
Hades.
He's
Yes.
pansexual.
Pansexual.
Yeah, but
He don't give a damn.
Especially that one the Disney Hades. That is dramatic.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
theatrical.
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
talking about like this character, like
Pansexual.
Hades.
Pansexual.
Pansexual.
Like, he's like totally queer coded. Yeah.
It's like theater. It's so dramatic.
He's a theater kid.
Yes.
The Sailor Scouts from Sailor
Oh,
Moon.
but there's a lesbian couple right there.
No wait, no.
Yes.
These are like the inner Sailor Scouts, like the OG.
Mm-hmm.
I would always believe that Sailor Jupiter was a lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
To me, before the other Sailor Scouts.
I don't remember it enough to know the vibe.
Because Sailor Jupiter was also always like the sporty one, the
Mm-hmm.
strong one, like and that read in this thing.
Stereotype.
These stereotype read in this
No,
context
I get
as
it.
like
Yeah.
as like, oh, she's the lesbian one, but she was not. She
Eventually, they did add it, an actual lesbian couple.
Yeah.
Like the Sailor Stars.
yeah, no, the Sailor Stars were trans.
No,
They were-
yeah, sorry. And then I was gonna say, and then there were like the Sailor Stars.
Yeah.
The-
Like there were like 3 boys and they transformed into girls, so they were like the trans vibes there. All right, next one. He-Man.
Super gay, I would say.
I would say he's one of those gym bros that he doesn't accept that he's gay,
Yeah, but I think he's gay.
but he showers with all the gym bros.
He gets drunk and he downloads Grindr.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he always sends like a what you doing
What you doing?
to
Skeletor.
Skeletor is like the old.
Oh, that's a
Peter
perfect.
Skeletor fully knows
Listen,
he's gay.
girl.
Yes. No, Skeletor is dramatically an old
Skeletor,
gay.
yeah, Skeletor is.
Yeah.
Goku.
Not gay. No, Goku is autistic and asexual.
I was gonna say Goku gives me like un ADHD galopante.
Yeah.
Wow.
Galopante.
Like
Galopante.
he cannot function.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if you see the anime and you see his interactions with his wife, it's like, is that even like?
No, because if you're
Is
really,
there any connection there?
if you really like,
he's just her friend.
Yeah.
if you really like know a little bit or just of like autism, they usually hyperfixate into something like fighting,
He hyperfixates him in battle.
hyperfixation, and like he has 0 social skills,
Zero.
none, and he never learns.
No, and he's an eternal child.
He's an
in
eternal
his
child.
case.
He's still the same person, and he what was it? And also the asexual part of it.
Yeah.
Like Goku is definitely an autistic asexual.
I mean,
character.
I think he had his kids by chance.
No, he had his kid because,
No, have
because
you met his wife?
wanted-
Yeah. You met his
Chi-Chi
wife? She
wanted.
got those
Jumped on it.
kids. She got
Yes.
those kids.
Yeah. Aphrodite.
Yeah.
Aphrodite.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
I
We're
had,
gonna have to leave that.
Look,
That's fine.
I had a crisis of an identity crisis when I moved here because you know a lot of people are into astrology.
Yeah.
Here. Tell me I'm an Aries, but I grew up thinking I was Pisces, and of course, like we just said before, the whole like, oh, you Pisces, you must be gay because of this cartoon.
Because of Pisces,
I was
Aphrodite.
wondering where is this coming?
Because of this cartoon, yeah, you're Pisces, you
Ah.
must be gay. I was like, bro, what?
Because of Aphrodite the Pisces.
Yeah,
Him?
yeah, absolutely.
What do you mean?
Usted va que pollito, ¿no?
No, Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff Girls, yeah.
La chica superpoderosa. Him is like total like camp
You can
queen.
see it there, yeah.
I can see that's a homosexual.
I think last one, James from the Rocket Team.
Wait, are they siblings? I can't remember.
No, they're not siblings.
They're not siblings. They're,
So
they're
I-
colleagues.
I did have.
James is gay.
No, so okay, I also thought I had this idea that they were like the perfect couple.
No.
No, but then one of my exes told me like, no, for her the James and Jesse represent the relationship between gay men and lesbians.
See, it all goes back to lesbians.
No, I don't.
Thank you so much for having us in your home.
Thank you very
Pleasure.
much.
Your humble
You're
abode.
welcome. Mi casa es tu casa.
Ah, mi casa también es tu casa.
Mauricio no dice nada. Es
Mi
nada.
casa no es casa de
Mi
nadie.
casa de nadie.
Yeah, Mauricio, yo no tengo casa.
Ni mía. Ni mía.
No, it's been a pleasure, and it's long overdue. We did that one time.
Yeah, back then.
Back then. And now we have Mauricio. Well, now, because when we did it the first time, you weren't there, and I think it's been quite the hoot.
I had a great time, so thank you for having
Good.
us.
No, likewise, and
So thank you so much, and
You still have your shoes on?
I still have my shoes on.
Mm-hmm.
I was spoiler alert. I did not get better, but please, you know what I'm gonna say to you guys specifically out there, and now I'm gonna be talking to you directly. Like, and you can also like look at them. Like, please like and subscribe and share and like what is your character that you think was queer coded from the start, and tell us why. We'll read those in the next episode.
oh, cute.
So it'll be like something we're doing, like, because this is a collaborative effort. I keep telling you guys. So thank you so much.
So I think we should say goodbye like Walter Mercado.
All right, everybody. So thank you for watching this episode of Latiniced, and we're gonna
How is it?
mucho.
No, and I, but he said like and I wish you les mando
y nosotros acá les
man-
mandamos
con mucho
amor.
amor.